Hi, it's Foodie.
I'm the princess.
We recently went to a 3-day conference in New Orleans, and there was so much to see and do that we have a ton of footage. So we're going to break this up into a 3-part video series, and this is going to be part 1 of 3.
We hope you like it.
Here's Wilson.
We were interested to see the Garden District in New Orleans. We found a website called Free Tours by Foot and downloaded an app called Atlantis Audio Tours. The app gave us our starting place, information, and directions to interesting sites in the area. The cost was not free, but at only $1.99, it was well worth the purchase and allowed us to move at our own pace. We saw other groups with local tour guides, and having been on a guided walking tour of the Garden District before, I do like supporting the local economy and having the ability to ask questions and interact with a local who really knows the area. But for this trip, we were on a short time limit, so the audio tour worked out just fine. The only problem we encountered was the directions were sometimes given as north or south. Luckily, our cell phones have a compass app. We started out at Lafayette Cemetery number 1, which has a number of interesting company and family crypts. If you're an Anne Rice fan, you can see the Karstendiak tomb, which was the inspiration for Lestat's tomb in Interview with the Vampire. After the cemetery, we headed out into the Garden District itself. The houses in this area are beautiful with their wrought iron fences and balconies, and well worth a stroll to see. Our recommendations are to wear comfortable, closed-toed shoes and do the tour during the daylight. The sidewalks in the area are not level at all, so it'd be easy to stub a toe or trip if you're not paying attention.
The cornstalk fence house is one of the first houses that you see, and the elaborate fence work is amazing.
The next house we saw was renovated by Anne Rice in the 1990s.
Some of you will recognize this house from the movie The Django. We did stop over here at the house of Jefferson Davis, the first and only president of the Confederate States of America. He did receive a pardon after the Civil War. Yep, another well-recognized house that's owned by Anne Rice. Tina is obsessed with butterflies and hummingbirds.
One of the best things to do in New Orleans is to try out the local food, and a crowd favorite is the Muffuletta sandwich. Since Jen had never had one, we decided to try a few and see which one we liked best. We also put together a scale for restaurants that includes food and service ratings. Of course, these are just our personal opinions. We're not professional food critics.
And now here we are at Napoleon House, recommended to us by our friend Wendy. It's been around for a while, so this is what it looked like before, and not much has changed. We had an Irish Stout and a Pimm's. And a whole sandwich cost $16.50, which was very reasonable. It was piping hot, the center was hot, the bread was crispy, and it was our first experience, or at least my first experience. You can see here from the decor that it hasn't changed very much, but somehow it was charming. So here's the very, very large sandwich, which we shared. And because we're on keto, I actually didn't eat all of the bread, but it was actually pretty tasty.
Okay, what are you doing?
Guys, we are here at Central Grocery, home of the Muffuletta. See here, Central Grocery. You can come a little closer. I'm gonna do the reveal. We bought a half, which is split in half. Okay, so we bought a half, split in half. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna bring it closer. How's the vision? Look at that. It is a cold sandwich, so it's a different style. Yesterday we went to Napoleon House, so it was a piping hot sandwich. This one is more like a cold sandwich. So let's try it. Let's try it. Ready? Ready? I'm so ready for this. It's pretty good. Salty. It's very flavorful. The bread's got a nice chew to it. But I think you're right. It'd be better if it was hot. Here is a piping hot Muffuletta half from Frank's, which is just 3 or 4 downs away from Central Grocery. Can you break one open and take some? Yeah, just spread them apart. Show me a picture. Oh, look at that, dude. You can face it to me. That looks fantastic. And the plate is piping hot.
Okay.
All right, go for it.
I'm trying this.
All right. It made a noise before you even bit it. Oh, because it's juicy? It's good? This is the one?
It is crispy. It's crunchy. It's buttery.
All right.
So here's the summary of our Muffuletta exploration. Napoleon House got 2 forks for its pretty good hot sandwich. The service was definitely the best out of the 3. Central Grocery was not very good. It was 1 fork, and it's a cold sandwich. Does anyone really like a cold sandwich? And the service was nothing to write home about. It's basically you order something at the counter, you pay, and they give you your sandwich, and then you're on your way. Frank's was, as you can tell, Tina's favorite. It got 3 forks. It was the best tasting sandwich. It was hot. It was very flavorful, pretty decent price, but we really got bad service while we were there. That may not be everyone's experience, but our waitress had a really bad night and she kind of took it out on us with some not so kind comments. Later, they did try to make up for it and offered some garlic bread to us, and she did try to make some small talk, but by then we just had already felt so unwelcome there that it just was hard to make up for that experience.
We love animals. We have a cat, 2 boxers, and a beagle. We found out through Facebook that the Villalobos Rescue Center, that's the place that does the Animal Planet's Pit Bulls and Parolees show, welcomes volunteers to walk the dogs several times per day. We were especially interested in this because we miss our fur babies so much when we travel. Sometimes we'll even stop random people walking their dogs so we can get in a little petting. We have fur baby cams around the house so we can check on our kids while we're away, but it's just not the same. We think our fur babies are so cute. Here's some random pictures of them just because. So we headed out to Villalobos to get our doggy fix. The staff here were all really nice, but they asked us not to film them, so we've blurred them out for this video. There were several other volunteers. One came all the way from Sweden. The staff gave us some instructions on how to walk the dogs.
We're here at Villalobos Rescue Center. We're getting ready to walk some dogs. Super excited.
We just got some instructions about how to walk them, what to watch out for.
This is Plymouth. He was such a happy boy. He licked my face from ear to ear. Ew, but a shower will fix that. This is Schmo. She was a sweetheart, but she didn't feel like walking, so Jen just hung out with her and gave her a lot of love. Next, I got to meet East. She was a little timid to start with, but once she realized I just wanted to give her pets and hugs and kisses, she got on board with it. Whitney also wasn't interested in walking. She just wanted to do an obstacle course, which the picnic table worked out well for, and Jen got to play while we walked. This was such a great experience. The folks here are doing great work. You can look them up on Facebook to follow or to donate to the cause. Also, if you're looking for a pet, please consider adopting. These dogs were all so wonderful and deserve a loving home. We hope you liked the video.
If you did, please like and subscribe.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Do it again.
Or Wilson.
Here's Jen. Or Wilson. Yeah, no, get a volleyball.
Or Wilson.
You're pretty funny. Cracking yourself up. Here's Wilson, the beagle. No, just her name's Nettie. La 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 la.
La 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 la.
Ridiculous.
Well, we hope you liked the video. Should we do it again?
Mm-hmm.
We'll both say bye at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay. We hope you liked the video.
If you did, please like and subscribe.
Bye.
No, see you next time.
Oh, okay. We hope you liked the video.
If you did, please like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. One job.